Hello, everyone, and welcome to the channel. And if you've been here before, welcome back. And thank you so much for your support. In today's video, I will take you along on the craziest embarkation experience that we have ever had in all of our decades of cruising. I was so excited about this cruise because I imagine a beautiful sail away underneath the infamous Golden Gate Bridge. But let's just say things just didn't turn out that way at all. So stick around and see what really happened and an issue that you may want to consider and be aware of if you're considering cruising out of San Francisco. We're a retired couple, and our goal is to travel as much as possible while we're physically able without draining our retirement savings. Our channel is all about inspiring you to embrace your golden years while navigating the world on a fixed income, one voyage at a time. So, some of the cruise lines that sail out of the San Francisco Bay Area are Azamara, Carnival, Costa, P&O, and of course Princess. So in today's video, we'll be talking about our embarkation experience with Princess, but make sure you check your cruise line if you're sailing from San Francisco Bay to see if they have any issues with leaving San Francisco Bay or entering, so that you will be well informed before your cruise starts. Now, guys, we had a very long travel day traveling from Virginia all the way across the U.S. to California. Our flight had got canceled, and we had just basically leapfrogged all with the get with Southwest and create a new flight plan to get across to San Francisco to get in time for this cruise, just to get here and receive this notice from Princess. I'll read it out part of it to you. Please be advised the embarkation for your cruise on the Ruby Princess will be delayed. We've just received notification that there is significant silt buildup at our assigned cruise berth in San Francisco Bay, which will not allow us to remain at berth during low tides. After disembarking our previous cruise, the ship will relocate to anchor before returning alongside later in the evening when the tides have risen to a safe level for embarkation procedures. Check-in will now take place from 9 p.m., guys, to 12 midnight. We have secured space at a hotel ballroom hospitality venue for our guests who arrive during the day to check in and comfortably wait with complimentary refreshments provided. Guests are invited to drop off their luggage at Pier 27 and from there enjoy the day in the city or take our shuttle to the hotel ballroom hospitality venue. So that was our first notice. And then we received an additional notice with an additional update. So guests who are local or nearby in the San Francisco Bay Area are encouraged, strongly encouraged, to remain at home until evening when embarkation begins. So after dropping off your checked luggage at the terminal, guests will be transferred to this venue. So if you were lived in the area, they want you to stay put. And for those of us who are coming out of town, they wanted us to drop off our luggage and then go to this venue. Hi, guys. I am here in San Francisco, and we are leaving the hotel. This is the day that we're supposed to be doing our embarkation day on the Ruby Princess. Unfortunately, there is a problem. There is, I guess, with all the bad weather, I'm assuming that there is silt buildup. I've never heard this before at the particular berth where the Princess is usually docked at. So stay tuned and come along with us and see what happens with this particular cruise, the Ruby Princess. Now, for those of you guys who follow our channel, you know Kevin is a military guy, and I'm former military. Spent a couple years, but he made a career out of it. And, he had to go and recon the area. So after we got this notice, he got up early the next morning. He went for a walk and actually went over to the dock, and he actually took pictures of the Princess loading the first group off. So here's some pictures from Kevin's adventure over there. Okay, so we just got here at the terminal. We're dropping off our bags here at the pier. So your baggage drop off here, drop our bags off, and they have a shuttle that will take you over to the Hilton because the ship it's going to go back out and come back in. So yeah, the boat's already gone. But we are going to, I guess this would be normal embarkation. So that's going to be totally different. So, yeah, hopefully this It's not a common occurrence. It's just happened to be unique for us. Embarkation part one, where we dropped off our luggage. Now, lucky for me, I've got a Bay Area buddy, a friend of mine, you know who you are if you're watching, who whisked me away to a charming cafe, and I ate my favorite meal, which is breakfast, while watching streetcars roll by. So actually, it turned out great. That aspect of it was great. Later on, not so much. She scooped me up from the port and she dropped me off at the designated area that they had set up the hotel. It pays to have great friends. Now, Kevin and I have done we did a lot of logistics in the military, and we can imagine the effort that Princess went into to trying to pull off this wacky embarkation day. I mean, they had to have transportation. They had to get this ballroom to fit, thousands of guests, and then food at the last minute. Plus, their staff had to hang out there all day long, try to assist us. If you're finding value in our content, please consider subscribing to the channel and ring that notification bell so that you'll know when our next video drops. Thanks so much for your support. So I made it here to the Hilton San Francisco hotel, and this is where they're housing people until we take the shuttle to go over back to the pier to get on the ship at 9 o'clock. So right now it's right around 5 o'clock p.m. So we got 4 hours. Gonna go upstairs, check in, and then I guess come back down here and sit and wait. I would walk around a little bit of San Francisco, but it is wet and rainy. So we will stay right here. So we have to go up this way to check in and the hotel. So we're going up and up and up. Weird embarkation, huh? So they've got us checking in over here. So we are checking in. So this is a view of the bridge, since we will not be sailing out in the daytime. So you can see it here on this little screen here at Hilton. Right outside of the ballroom. Okay, so we're upstairs here in the ballroom, and they said they're serving dinner up here for us. And it looks like you find a table, and they're serving bag lunches. California turkey sandwich, veggies.
Oh, they gave us tickets saying specifically there was a dinner.
This is dinner. The guy was just asking about dinner. This is it. What's this? And something to drink. So, we got our food, but there's nowhere to sit. I mean, all the spaces are taken. So I guess if you didn't get here early, you don't get a place to sit. So instead of the celebrate party, I am here in a room outside of one of the ballrooms, because there's no more room inside the ballroom. And I had to go through 4 or 5 different stations to just get water. They only have just Coca-Cola left and some seltzer water, which I don't like seltzer water. And we have our little lunch thing here. So we're having to sit here on the floor because there are no more chairs. We've got a turkey sandwich, chips, a banana, and a cookie. Yeah.
California turkey.
There's Kevin's having to sit here. So not celebrate party and a gourmet meal, but yeah, we're trying to make the best of it. Just unbelievable. And we're supposed to have a shuttle that's going to take us back over to the pier so that we can get on the ship at 9 p.m. And we're in group 19, so oh boy. Here he is finishing up his bag lunch and watching Mission Impossible reruns, and have my bag lunch, which I'm not going to eat much of it. So I'm walking around. They started taking people over about an hour ago, so it's 8:30. Shuttling people from the hotel to the ship. I walk around because my foot is went to sleep. I could barely get off the floor. I'm sick of sitting on the floor, but there's nowhere to sit at. I'm gonna walk you guys around. And kind of let you see what's going on. So it's still pretty packed
in here. Got people sitting around waiting. But it's starting to thin out a little bit. But, as far as people sitting out here, I still can't find anywhere to sit inside. Yeah, still pretty full. They said group number 8. So I'm going to go down and walk some down there. Yeah, everyone's trying to keep their spirits up. Looks like they've called another group down. So I'm going to see when they're going to call us down. So I just talked to the lady. She said that we can actually take an Uber or Waymo over if we want to. We don't necessarily have to wait on the free shuttle. Because she's saying another hour. So I'm like, oh my God. So I'm going to see if Kevin wants to do that. Because I'm sick of waiting here. At least she can find somewhere to sit. So here's Kevin. Let's see. This is when I want to spend money. And so we're going to take a Waymo. And Waymo is $20. So, hey, I like saving money, but I'm tired. Let's get this show on the road. There needs to be somewhere to sit once you're on the ship. Here's nowhere to sit. That's what's frustrating about this process. So this area is definitely cleared out from earlier. And now the staff is encouraging you to do Uber and Waymo. Could have told me that an hour ago. Okay, so we decided to take a Waymo. It's $19 to get from the Hilton over to the pier. Instead of waiting around for the shuttle, which she said was going to be another hour. We're tired. It is currently 8:51, and hopefully we can get on this on the ship, at least have a place to sit. So that was the frustrating part about being, and you can see here all the shuttle buses that are all lined up. Bus after bus after bus. But you're thinking they're taking thousands of passengers over to the pier. So, logistical nightmare. Yeah, I mean, they're doing the best they can, but it's been a little frustrating evening. But, we're not going to let it ruin our cruise. Well, it's a little after 9. We just got off the Waymo. There is the Ruby Princess. And I can't wait to get on that puppy. Okay, so it was cold, wet, and rainy. This is not quite the embarkation that I was anticipating. Definitely won't get the sail away. So cold in San Francisco. Okay, heading up. Okay, we just made it through security. I don't know how long it took, about 15? 20 minutes or so. So we're getting ready to get on the ship. It is 9:29. So yeah, I guess about 20 minutes. And loading the bags on there. So around the corner here is a traffic jam. Only here. Getting ready to get on. Hello. Good night. Or good evening. So we're finally on the ship. Whew, Lordy. No, I have to look it up. It's been so long. Okay, thank you. Okay, so we got to check on mustard. I have no idea what cabin number is. I'm going to go pull it up. So we're here, and they're already doing trivia. So we'll check on muster here. So we're going to go to our muster station and then go to our cabin.
So after that long day, we finally made it on board the ship, and we were exhausted. The funny thing is, the people, some of the passengers, seemed like the biggest complaint was not getting a full meal. They were upset about the food options that we had. I was more upset that it was cold and rainy and wet. It was a miserable day in San Francisco. But Princess did, once we got on board, they had a schedule put together. And they had food available for people who wanted it. They had the buffet open. And I mean, people were eating at 10 p.m. that night. Go figure. Wasn't me. There were also events planned. But the kicker for this whole thing is we're a mature crowd. That was all of us were pretty mature crowds, 50, 60, 70, 80s on up. And the only thing that I was looking forward to on that ship was a good night's sleep. I was exhausted. So I didn't go back up top to see if they had I could sail away under the Golden Gate Bridge with the lights on. By then, I just didn't care. We actually left the port really late that night because my cell phone went off at midnight, and I usually turn my cell phone. I have Verizon turn the eSIM off, so we don't get charged roaming fees or things like that. But I forgot to turn it off. I was so tired, and so it actually asked me, did I want to do the cruise Wi-Fi plan? Ugh. Now, was I upset with Princess and this whole embarkation process? Not really. They spent a lot of money and time and effort trying to make the most of a situation that was really totally out of their control. So I think they did their best, and I'm not upset with them at all. I think pivoting that quickly and trying to do what they could to salvage that situation, salvage, worked out to me okay, even though we basically lost the first day of the cruise. Now, we're here at the end of our video, but I also promised you that I would discuss some of the other issues that you may encounter. So other issues besides tidal levels and silt buildup that might affect your cruise out of San Francisco. One issue is dense fog can cause delays for ships docking or departing from this area. Another issue that you may encounter is rough seas. The Pacific Ocean off the coast here can be especially rough sometimes, especially the first 2 days, and I totally experienced this issue. I spent the first 2 days in bed with seasickness. It was awful. So that was our video today. Have you guys had a crazy embarkation day? Please share it in the comments below, and I would love to hear your stories. Please don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can get future videos about the Ruby Princess. We actually spent almost a whole month on this ship because we did back-to-back cruises on this ship. So tune in for that and learn more about the Ruby Princess and some of the ports that we went to. We went to Hawaii and Mexico, so a lot of those ports. So I would love for you to join us in those videos. Until next time, take care, everyone, and safe travels.